welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make a bear ice cream cone using polymer clay. You will need fishing line, cornstarch, liquid clay and gloss glaze, red paint, a mold for your waffle cone, and I'll show you guys how to make your own. A paintbrush, a needle tool, and a ball tool, a razor blade, a popsicle stick and toothpick, and a brush for texturing, and something to put your clay on top of so that it's easier to maneuver. For clay, you'll need black, aqua, blue ice quartz, pink, translucent clay, yellow, red, and ecru. Mix your aqua and your ice quartz together until well combined. Once you have a ball formed, push down on it gently until you have a good face shape. I like to form it into somewhat of a cube just to ensure that I have a good flat surface for the face. And now just smooth the edges out with your finger. Once you're done, texture it with your toothbrush. You don't want to push too hard, just make sure you go slow, and you should have a texture that looks like this. Mark where you'd like your eyes to be, and then gently push into the clay where you made the indentions. And now it's time for the ears. Just roll out your clay into a cylinder shape and then cut down the middle. Once you've done that, just smoothen out the edges to make them look softer. Place your ears and move them wherever you need them to be. Using your needle tool, blend the clay together. Make sure to blend every side. Then using your ball tool, gently push into the ears to make indentions. And then texture them with your toothbrush to make sure that it matches the rest of the face. And now for your bear's eyes, you want a ball of black clay that's roughly 2 times the size of the end of your ball tool. Roll that out and then cut it in the middle. Form these into 2 eyes. And now apply liquid clay to where you'll be placing your eyes, your nose, and your blush. Then very carefully place your eyes. Now you're going to roll out a thin piece of clay, cut out a section and then flatten it with your finger. Add it to your face. Roll out a thin snake of black clay for his nose and cut out a little piece. Apply liquid clay and then add the nose. For his mouth, you're going to roll out a very thin snake of clay, cut off a piece that you like, and then gently place it. For the blush, roll out a thin snake of pink clay and then cut out 2 little pieces. And you're going to gently roll them in between your fingers to give them a softer look to them. And apply your blush. Get a well-conditioned piece of pink clay and add a tiny amount of liquid clay to it. You're going to slowly incorporate this until you have that frosting-like texture that you're looking for. Keep adding in liquid clay slowly. If you add too much liquid clay all at once, you'll have a really hard time trying to mix in that clay into the liquid clay. It'll be really chunky and you'll just have a hard time. If it falls on itself but doesn't completely disappear, that's what you're looking for. So go ahead and add that to the top of your bear and slowly make drip marks by dragging your toothpick down and then forming a little ball at the end. For the cherry, mix red and translucent clay into a ball and then dot it with your ball tool. Then cut a piece of fishing line and gently push it into the top of the cherry. And it should look like this. And place it on top of your bear's head. Take 3 snakes of clay that are already baked, then cut out little sprinkle shapes and add them to your icing. And I went with blue and yellow and pink, but really you can choose whatever color you like. If you don't already have one, I'm going to show you guys how to make your own waffle molds. You're going to take a piece of scrap clay and flatten it down with your fingers. Place it down and flatten it a little bit more if you need to. Using your razor blade, you want to make even horizontal indentions all throughout your piece of scrap clay. Turn it 90 degrees and then repeat that step. Once you're done, it should look like this. And then bake for about 20 minutes. Get your cornstarch and then completely cover your waffle cone clay. Then gently press into your waffle molds. I like to go in a small circle to make sure that it doesn't slide around. And then once you're done, it should look like this. Then place your waffle cone face side down and gently start rolling the edge inward towards you. You kind of want to go at an angle so that you get this shape right here. Then add some liquid clay to the back if it's not staying. Then cut the excess off. And this is what you should have. Once you've baked both of these pieces, apply liquid clay and then add a small piece of clay to the head. And then gently press the waffle cone into the clay. Now take a snake of clay and wrap it around the waffle cone. Using your fingers, gently press it in and then cut off the excess. And then using your needle tool, blend the clay in. And then I like to go over it with my ball tool, gently pressing in at an angle just to add some depth to it. And then I like to push up underneath it to make it look more fluffy. When you're done, you can go over it with your toothbrush. Bake him one more time, and then once he's cooled, you can glaze. Then once you're finished glazing everything, you can go ahead and add some red paint to your glaze and then go over the stem. And that should be it. You should have your own little ice cream bear. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.